On the accordion, we need to do some big jumps sometimes. Sometimes in the song like Amelie, we need to do a jump from the A minor chord to F. Right? Now, how do we jump from that chord, this huge jump? Questions are, do I move my entire wrist? Do I slide down? How is that done? So, I don't know if my technique is correct, but this is how I've been doing it. First of all, I wish my strap was a little bit tighter. As you can see, there's a lot of space. I wish it was just half an inch shorter, or this much shorter. It's not half an inch. But this is how I would practice, and this is how I would achieve the jump. I would practice going from the A minor, right? Slowly. And then jump to the F. 3, 4. Now back to A minor. Back to F. Now what's happening with my wrist when I do that? It doesn't actually move. The motion that happens is but what I'm doing is I'm pushing with my wrist against the strap. Luckily the strap is there. If it was a little bit tighter, I'd be a little bit happier. But if I'm not using the strap, this is what the jump looks like. If you look at my wrist here, it's going A minor. So I'm pushing out slightly. I'll try and do it this way. It's that expansion. So it's an expansion with the fingers. So A minor to F. A minor to F. A minor to C. A minor to C. So I'm still keeping my fingers in this formation, but my finger is stretching a little bit. The thumb actually is flying off the accordion. So from A minor to F. My thumb is involuntarily moving up. And that's pretty much not the biggest jump that you'll do, but a good way to practice from A minor to C, right? A minor to C. A minor to F. You can also try A minor to B flat. I don't think I've ever tried a jump bigger than that. But anyways, it's a good exercise to do. You can also try the same kind of distance from E minor to C. Anyways, all those exercises, but as you can see, my wrist doesn't move too much. It pretty much stays stationary. The only things moving are my fingers. If your song actually switches, like in that song Amelie, right? Here my wrist actually moved down slightly because the song now is in this section of the accordion. So in a song like Amelie, where there are two chords in this section, around D minor and A minor, and then I jump up to the F and the C, instead of playing the F and the C like that, I'm actually going to move my wrist down to this area. So instead of keeping my wrist in this area, I'll actually move my wrist down so I can get to more, that doesn't make sense when I'm looking at the video, so that I can get to these areas of the accordion. Yeah, if you have any more questions, feel free to send me an email. It's getting a bit colder outside, so I can make some more videos. Have a great day.